a dream I know. Deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
Hello reality viewers, welcome back again to Reality Latest Gist. For this channel, now reality news now we dey drop for here, and we dey talk am as e be. And now every day we dey drop videos. We dey also dey react to every videos wey come our way. If today na the first time we say you dey come across our channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, God bless you for always coming back to watch our videos. My dear viewers, make we watch this video to the end. Drop your opinion for the comment section. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
When you are trying to keep quiet, things keep happening again that will make you to talk. And it's very, very ironic and laughable the way some of us Igbos behave. You know what happened maybe yesterday when they buried Cubana's mother? That has it's a nightclub in Abuja or what, I don't know. We are not against anybody doing his thing. Emugo nyai burino, emugo nyai na franyofu. Onye chori limaya, olie yofuma, nsubadege. Mana, ihe mere. Did you see what happened? The people, the whole place went agog with jokundity. It was as if the Igbos in Anambra State were in a haste to forget the fact that Nnamdi Kanu, championing the Biafran cause, is being incarcerated. It's as they just forgot that the timing of Cubana's extravagance is wrong. Because at this time, the Igbos are mourning. We are not mourning that we have lost the battle. Because I know we win this battle and Biafra will materialize, whether anybody likes it or not, because God is at work here. But my worry is, it's like we seem to, we're just too interested in our personal affairs. We don't care what happened. And when happened to Borono, Meleganya Agama Buzi of Mao, but in the early 70s, late 60s. Then I begin to talk. Also, we were young children sitting by the fireplace. We used to sing this song. It is a song got from our land. We got this song from our people. We sing this song just like this. Urioma dede, Urioma dede, Urioma, Urioma dede, Urioma. Onye na nwanne ya soro banko n'ụlọma. Oge sheko ghara nwanne ke ya. Urioma. Onye na nwanne ya soro egwu atụ ya. Aga m efu adị mmara jo na nụla. Urioma dede, Urioma onye ghara nwanne ya yi. Now, this was a song that was sung in the late 60s and early 70s. And it had prophetic words because after the war, that song was sung. And we have our brother that is in detention for our sake. This is a young man. If he wanted, he would have collected money, behaved like politicians like Victor Ome and others, eat the money, feel good, and the Igbos can go to hell. But this young man put his life on the line and lost his parents as a consequence of the attack he had in his house in Umuahia in Afara. Because the trauma made them die before their time. Right now, he's been incarcerated twice. He's in detention now. And there's another Igbo man who seems to have forgotten that the whole Igbo race were addressed as a dot, including him. And he's too concerned in pleasing those people. I saw the Inspector General of Police the very man whom they are saying, we are saying evidences that he's leading the police to kill the Biafrans in Biafra land. It's the same man that Cubana invited to come and witness his program. I'm not against you. And I'm a rigging room or Fruganyofo. I didn't interested Negogi or Jishepaya or Basaghem Neku. Your timing is wrong. Bindi Bone Ruju. Tiga Potandi Hane Megidindi Book. Habia Sorogi Morion near Diego Lima Libo. Oh, in Hone. On a me, they are now Hawaii. Hana High Candena Magin, Condena Digi serious because a Mugote Ulon Nagigina Boko. Ge hapo isopota nsobu no ezigbo temgungu nu nwere n'ulo ka nsogbu ahụ kwụsị ge hapo ya kọwa ihe ọzọ na-achọ oke ma na-achọ nwaanyị ị ga-eji aka na zulo ga dina tupu ọkụ na-eru ebe ahụ dinachala nwaanyị ahụ den ge lazie amaghị m oge ụfọdụ enwere ihe ndị ọzọ na-ahụ anyị ha na-asị leenụ unu nwa na-egbu onwe unu lenu ihe unu nwa le ihe nwanne gị na-eme ịnọ na-aba mba ma na-eti mkpu ma na-ebe akwa ma na-agba mbọ enwe na ndị Igbo nwetara onwe ya lee nwanne gị na-eme ndị ụwa nọ ha na-achịji anya ọchị ka ndị na-amaghị ihe maka ihe onye mere ihe awa onye nwere ego Nollywood stars sochakwa na ndị ahụ I saw when Kanayo was saying all roads leads to Anambra State. Is it about what? And that if your girlfriend did not come to Aba, marry her. Those are those careless nonsense talks, which there's a level you reach in age. You are supposed to be an elder and begin to talk to the younger ones and begin to program them for the future as a continuation of the tradition which we received. The Bible says in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 1, it said that chapter 2 verse 2, it said that which you have received from me, commit unto faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. That means in high notara from the I would accuse the no I knew na ganihu na me basare ha manote okporo ndị Igbo si were dị mana oyi ihu ne that na ego pụtara ndị mmadụ etufuo ihe eji mara ha ugwu ha nwere akụkọ gbasara ha etufuo ya awuge nam na ewesi enwe onye m na ewesiri iwe. I'm not interested in anybody's money. Enwe onye m na afranya ofu. But my dear friend or brother Cubana, what they call you, your timing was wrong. I didn't say you should not celebrate the burial of your mother, but the very people who called you a dot, you brought them in. You think you're using your money to buy them, to serve you. They are wiser than you. They are far, far wiser than you, Cubana. Do you know the reason why? Because by the time they secure the whole of our borders and see that your money can they will bring you down as a vassal in their kingdom and take over your land, and you have nothing else remaining. Thank God 99% of the Igbos don't buy ideas of people like you and Yesomike, what's his name, Ngige, Victor Ome and others. No, the Igbos don't buy that. We know that Nnamdi Kanu was a man that God sent to help the Igbos and other people that were oppressed to get their liberation and stand on their own and believe. We know that Biafra will come. This period that this young man is incarcerated, our leader is incarcerated, is a short victory for the unbelievers who are gleefully jubilating and making noise. They have not seen what Jehovah Elohim Adonai Elohim has in stock. Because like I've told you before, God's military strategy is different from that of human beings. It's something you cannot comprehend. Tupu obia Nigeria kuchala ndị niile nọ n'ụwa akwadoe yana bia na igwe ka eze ohe ndị mmadụ bụ n'obi ka ọ bịa nweta ihe anyị chọrọ ma ya ma gwara isi na ihe adịghị mfe a ga-egbu ndị mmadụ na ya ma ga nọ n'iru. He will be at the forefront of the battle when the time comes, and that was how the Lord brought him around. You look at it as humiliation, but it is there that he will be glorified. It is there that the Lord is going to lift him up and give him the desire of his heart to see his people liberated, because he cries, he mourns for the Igbos. And there he is. You remember he once said that I will not disappoint you, it is you that will disappoint me. And you can see Igbo politicians and leaders, they are working against this man just because they want to be approved of certain people to get certain position. That's what they want. And you see a man like Cubana, you see people, Nollywood stars, they come there and dance, they were dancing, jubilating, enjoying. They forgot that our brother, who for our sakes and the sakes of our children's children, to secure our own future, our heritage and inheritance, is incarcerated unjustly. You went about drinking and enjoying yourself. I'm not against it. Somebody, Oluchi Floyd, said that Tonto Dike focuses her attention on in the north, whatever she's doing. That's her business. You know, there is something fundamentally wrong with some of our people. They don't have the desire of our land, our people in their hearts. For the sake of money, they can sell everybody, just like our politicians want to sell us and win favors from people who are not supposed to be your masters, by reason of the fact that you are a man that God created and appointed, a Jewish man within the Nigerian territory. No wonder Jesus told the Jews the day he came into Jerusalem, as he was riding on that donkey, that ass. He told them that he looked at Jerusalem and began to weep. He said, if only you knew the day of your visitation. But because you don't know, you shall not see me again until the day you say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. The Hebrews translate it to Baruch haba Beshem Adonai. Until the day the Jews said, and they will see it that day when Jesus will come, after Israel must have been dealt with expeditiously by the wicked nations that will come from the north to run the whole nation. The Bible says that Jesus will descend from heaven and stand on the Mount of Olives according to the prophecy of the angels that told the apostles. And it shall be divided into two. There shall be a valley called the Valley of Jehoshaphat. That is where they will go and be protected. Then they will now know that this was he whom they crucified and rejected. And they will weep like a woman weep over her only child. That is the day they will say, blessed is he, Baruch haba Beshem Adonai. The Lord sent a son among us, gave him boldness, gave him wisdom, gave him understanding, gave him favor. Why is it that Nnamdi Kanu is not branded a terrorist in America, United Kingdom, France, Germany? Why? Because they know that this young man is saying the truth. He came in a very, very advanced way of exposing things. He didn't use violence. He talked. He analyzed. He did expositions. He looked at things very well and presented it to the whole world. Consistently for years, since 2014, he kept talking until suddenly people's eyes started becoming open. The eyes were popping up. And that's why you see this massive movement of the Duduwas today is courtesy of what Nnamdi Kanu started. The Middle Belt, the same thing. The reaction from the north, the Fulanis against these people is because of Nnamdi Kanu has spoken into people's eyes being open, that the agenda to run the country and Fulanize it is being truncated, because, not by violence, by simple argument, talking, convincing people. Yet within the Igbo race, Igbos don't even care. Some Igbos don't care, not all Igbos, because most of us care. We believe who we are and where we come from. And those that don't believe, who are too concerned with their money, if you talk, they will say, what is your concern? I do what I want to do with my money. That's right. But brother, your timing was wrong. we are mourning. The mourning is not a mourning of defeat. It's a temporary pain, which eventually we shall come out of it stronger, better, and be the champion of the cause of human liberation in the whole world. Everything that started with people like Martin Luther King and others within the black race will be concluded in the person of Nnamdi Kanu. He's the final icing on the cake. As he applies it, henceforth, many countries will be liberated, especially the black world. So it's a shame that they called you Dot. Somebody looked at you, all of you, including you, Kobana, what's his name, Kanayo, and others. I think I saw this other young man who was this man's friend. What's his name? And he retweeted it on Facebook. What's the name of this man that jumps and dances? I've forgotten his name. He's a prophet. I've forgotten his name. His fair in complexion. This young prophet, I think, from Onitsha there. So he came out and refuted that he's not his friend, that they were pals right from childhood, but he's not his prophet. If anyone know, you can tell me his name, I'll put it here. What's this young man's name? Who dances? Most of these Nollywood actors go there and dance with him in his church. He hit them on the floor in a kind of deliverance. So, I want to bring your mind, Kubana, to something which maybe you don't understand or some Igbo leaders don't understand. When Jomo Kenyatta was branded a terrorist to be killed by Odumeje, this guy that is a friend to Odumeje, and said that it is not his prophet. I think I saw his face there. I don't know. Now, when Jomo Kenyatta had problem, it was an Igbo man called Nnamdi. Azikiwe, look at that word, Nnamdi, pick the word. That came to his rescue and aid. And that saved him so that Jomo Kenyatta's program for the liberation of Kenya will materialize. And to show that Igbo brotherly kindness which we had, Nnamdi Azikiwe brought in Jomo Kenyatta, named Kenyatta Market after this man and Kenyatta Road. Now, after many years, Nnamdi again came up. This time, entered into Kenyatta's country based on this understanding that was established by the forefathers. We did you a good deed, a good thing. He came into his country and Jomo Kenyatta's own son was in charge. His name is Uhuru. Uhuru now took Nnamdi. Remember, this one is Kano, that is Nnamdi to Nnamdi. Kenyatta's liberation started from, Kenya's liberation started with Jomo Kenyatta and Nnamdi helping. And now Kenyatta's this thing collapse. The termination of Kenyatta is with Uhuru, with another Nnamdi, who came and he betrayed him and is denying it. The whole world knows that Kenya is lying, that Nnamdi Kanu was tranquilized, beaten and brutalized before being sent to Nigeria. Do you think it's coincidence? No. God is planning something. Because if I recall your mind back, Donald Trump once said that I said that Kenya is corrupt. And I did not mention Nigeria. Why? Because when talking about evil people, you don't talk about the devil. So Kenya is evil. Who is the devil? That was what Donald Trump said before this thing happened. Remember, it was this same Kenya that Nigeria had, courtesy of Nnamdi Azikiwe. Then, after many years, a man came up and made a comment. Why? It's no coincidence. And he said, Kenya is corrupt. I did not mention Nigeria because when you talk about evil people, you don't mention the devil. So the devil is not included in the people that are evil. He is the organ, and it is only evil people that carry out the agenda of the devil. And so, Kenya carried out the agenda of Nigeria, which the whole world is seeing now. that the abduction of Kanu violates international procedure of extradition. It is like a state committing a crime. Kenya, Kenyatta. And when Trump made this comment, people didn't take him serious. But you have seen it has come to pass. Why did he pick these two nations? It's about 4 or 5 years ago. Why is it that it so happened that this thing came to take place now between Kenya and Nigeria? I leave you to check that out. Nothing happens before God unawares. He is programming everything to glorify himself. Though we may have been smitten now, we are not dying. We shall rise, because it is God who fights the battle. It was the same God that fought the battle for the Jews. They did not fight, they did not kill anybody to get their independence. They kept talking. Benjamin Grossman spoke and spoke and spoke. He was the first Jewish leader. Spoke and spoke and spoke and led the Jewish people. And they granted them as a nation when the vote was counted in the UN. And Biafra is heading towards it, because by referendum, Pakistan left India, Bangladesh left Pakistan, South Sudan left Sudan, Eritrea left Ethiopia, we have Somaliland. So what we are asking for is not a crime. We don't hate anybody. It's just that we want out so that we can build our own country, put our own laws, and see to it that everything established is established and then executed fully to the letter, so that we don't have to be traveling to Britain, France, America, and go there to stay. We can stay in our own country, develop Biafra land, so that the American man can come and visit Biafra and see a showcase of African technology, expertise in development. In those days, the king of Saudi Arabia, King Faisal, used to come to University College Ibadan for medical treatment. So we want to reenact that thing we are known for. And a lot of white people now are becoming more considerate. No longer thinking that it's a white man suppressing the black man. Okay, let's expand the horizon. If the black man can do it, because it's like there's an influx of people in their land. And if every man in Africa goes to America, who will stay in Africa? That is why, personally, I will not lose my inheritance. I'm going to buy and mba. You forget your history, you forget your inheritance, you forget your heritage. You're done. Forget your culture. We are not that kind of person. So, Cubana, I'm not against you. I'm not envious of your riches, but bro, your timing was wrong. It is like you are dining with those who are decimating us. And the man looks at you as an evil man. He praises you, but in his heart he says you are a fool. Because even they themselves know that what we are fighting for is a just cause. And it is only people like you who want to impress them, who sees that you cannot succeed except you liaise or cooperate or move with them. It's only people like you that they look at and say, this is a wrong representation of the Igbo race, the real Igbo man. Remember when Obasanjo made a comment about Nnamdi Kanu, he said there was a general understanding that the Igbos love money, and no every Igbo man can be bribed, until Nnamdi Kanu came along, and then he realized that it is not so. So Nnamdi Kanu is the new face of the Biafran people, of the Igbo race. It's a wonderful face, and a lot of people are against it. So when you see young men, Nollywood actors and actresses, who because of money, you are selling your birthright, they call you dot. That means, but let me make an analysis. You see this thing, dot, boom. A dot has a diameter, has a circumference. Dot is the beginning, the starting point of existence. Dot is the very place where strength originates and begins to expand and enlarge and broadens. If you look at the great nebula Andromeda. They call it the Milky Way. You have billions of galaxies and stars. The earth is just like a dot, but inside that dot, life exists. Of all that God created, it's only the earth that is habitable. It's a dot. And that dot that has a circumference, it means that it's a continuity. It doesn't end. It is something that, it talks about a circle that goes round. As it expands, you see that it's a big dot, but a dot is a dot, whether small or big. So I told you it has a radius, it has a diameter, it has a circumference. And it is that dot that God put life. That dot, if you take the map of Africa and fold it from the eastern flank towards Somalia and South Africa, fold it and fold the West African head together and form a circle. Igbo land is located in the middle dot. That's the trigger point. That's where Igbo land is located, at the trigger point, dot. That trigger point is the place that triggers life, change, wisdom, technology. Everything that the black man has is all summed up into that trigger point, which Igbo man has the capacity to produce, to showcase, to manifest to the whole world. Everybody knows that. We are not offended being called dot, but the dot is going to expand. We don't despise the day of little beginnings. So if Mars is suffering this thing and you're there enjoying, onye mara aso ya so n'ikwe maka mara aso gị so n'ala ma ichefukwara na agbacha ọsọ agụma ya ndị ahụ ji tụkwasị obi na-ehube isi onye batara n'ụlọ nna gị kparịa nna gị kparịa nne gị kpọọ nwanne gị nwaanyị ga dina ya mekasịcha ya ga-ebịa kpọrọ ya si abịa soro gị rie ṅụọ onye a lechaa gị anya ihe ọ ga-ekwu n'ime obi ya n'iwe onye iberibe maka onye megidechara gị ha o metụ gị n'obe gị kpọkwa ya si abịa soro gị rie ṅụọ ya na-elekwa n'anya na ị ga-enye ya nsi ka o rie ṅụọ mba ṅụọ onyinye nwe nke inyere mmanya tụsa onwe gị o legide gị ya enwe onye Igbo ego si na Facebook ọ nwụgidere mmanya nkịta na-arachazi ọnụ ịma na ya na-eji akọ mmadụ n'ala Igbo nkịta arakwa gị ọnụ ahụchara mmanya nkịta na-arazi ọnụ maka na ori ya wuf ya dịka ụdị ndị mmadụ ihe mere na Anambra ọ dị m so painful na ihe mere n'ime Anambra steeti ya dịka ndị Anambra nọkọtara chefuo na n'ime ebe nga ka atụbanyere nwanne anyị nwoke na-alụ ọgụ maka ịnwa ihe gịnị dị ya ị na-asị na ị na-eri ka agba mbọ hụ na-ewepụtara onye a ọ bụ irie taa gị chefuo echi ile ọ bụ onye nyere gị azụ iriri ogbole gị mkpa gị ya gosi gị otu esi enweta azụ ọhịa dị ama na-eme ọhịa nwokorobịa na-eme ọ na-asị ka gbapụta onye ka anyị nwere onwe anyị akpọ unu bịa rie nri onye ọbụla ezute ụta a na-enye nri ndị mmadụ na-eburu nri chefuo enwere nọ na nga maka ihe gị nwa maka ihe mụa ndị Igbo ihu na-emezi anyị maka ndị agha kpọrọ ndị iberibe na ụzọ na ụzọ anyị nwa ụdị ndị iberibe maka ewepụta nri onye ọbụla agba ọsọ gawa gịnị mere kpọọ na mgbe ahụ ọ na-eme ihe asị mba anyị na-aga ibute na ma 100 pieces anyị achọghị na-enwe nwanne nwoke nọ n'ahịa anyị ga-eso gị. Do you know why I did not celebrate my birthday on Facebook yesterday? I was 61 years old yesterday, 16th of July. I never put it on Facebook. It was Facebook that did it. People have been celebrating. Why should I be celebrating? Facebook, Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Why should I be celebrating? The Biafrans are crying. Why should I celebrate? What have I contributed to see that Biafran children get jobs? So when I look at it, I look at myself, I mourn, I weep. There's no cause for celebration. That's why I did celebrate that birthday. I don't care about nonsense birthday about my age. What's fantastic about it? When my people are dying and crying. I once quoted something to you the other time, which I read so many years ago in Julius Caesar's Shakespeare's book. He said, when the poor had cried, Caesar had wept. Why should I be enjoying when people are crying? But as I'm talking tomorrow, if another person comes and does a feast, they will just troop and go, forgetting that in the detention there, they humiliated our brother beat him mercilessly. Asna ekechiriaka, they tied his hands on the ground, chained it. That made him completely helpless. So you can imagine how they were beating him, kicking him in the stomach, kicking him on the head, spitting on him, beating him, doing him every manner of humiliating things. And they brought him here, and you were there celebrating, taking packets and boxes of food to eat. Are we sensible? Well, if you are hoping that your liberation will come from people who have money, it will never come. Your liberation can only come from yourself, within you, that comes up and does something and somebody supports him. That's what Nnamdi did. If he wanted money, he would have collected the money, stayed on his own, eating the money. Nothing will happen to him. And we continue the suffering, and one day they will overrun our land. They will no longer be like Igbo. They will change the names of the states. No more chief of your local government. Will now have emirs and what do they call them? Put mosques everywhere. And you know what they will do? They'll pick our girls. Take them. You don't have to pay the bride price. Just take them, go sleep with them, mess them up. By the time you humiliate a girl 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, she loses every respect she has. And she has to commit herself to you because you're the person that has messed her up. Nobody can defend her from you. She has no other cause than resign her life into your hands. And that is what they're planning. That's what they're doing. Kubana, are you hearing? If that's your mother that died, if the cause of her death was because they adopted her, took her into the bush, and 7 men raped her the whole night till morning, and the following day she died, do you think you will celebrate that thing and call them to come and join you in eating? Because you met to beg. Unamagi ndi bonahu. Unuchearia. Ego obule na akpa. Jishike kpaya. Makpata ya n'ụzọ ziri ezi. Maka na Chineke nọ n'eluigwe na ahụ onye ọbụla. Everything you do, you give account of it. There's something you cannot run away from. If you can do anything in Nigeria and you are supported by all the Nollywood stars in Nigeria and all the big men, you will stand before God one day, give account of yourself. During that time, none of them will be around. And you see how you wasted every opportunity to repent and give your life to Christ. How you wasted every opportunity to do what you're supposed to do. The money you have, if you use it in building industry and employ people, it will be even better than going out distributing money, which you fed the money for 1 day or 2 days, and after that, you go with your things. You remember our young man, college ago, he had money like this, and do blah, blah, blah. Before you knew it, I'm not wishing you dead, though. I'm not wishing you death. I don't pray that you will die. What I'm telling you is, Kobana, a man's life does not consist in the abundance of the things that he possesses. And that refers to Kanayo or Kanayo and all the others. The Igbos are mourning, and you are there, dining with the devil. Thank you, Biafrans. God bless you. Stay strong in the faith. Keep praying. Today is day 46 of the Psalms. Pray it. Believe God. He's going to see us through. When God wants to fight a war, he doesn't use human wisdom. He uses his own that surpasses the knowledge of human being, and fights that battle and gives you victory, so that every Biafran will know that the God of heaven helped them out and fought this battle and they won. Nnamdi said it. We're not going to get Biafra by blood, but it is by referendum. We keep talking and talking and talking. And he's there at the forefront paying the price. We're already betraying him. May God forgive us. Amen. God bless you, dear friends.